Hello, land seekers. Hope you're doing well. And if you're looking for land for sale, guess what? You're in the right place because tonight I've got 34 properties, all with owner financing. That means that you can invest in the land that you see here tonight on this video without having to run down to the bank and qualify for a loan and, deal with all that other bank stuff that we don't like to deal with. I'm Scott from landmoto.com, and this channel is about helping you to make your land ownership dreams a reality so you can start living those dreams today, not having to put them off for years. And before we get going tonight, I just want to remind you that all of the properties that you're going to see here tonight, well, all of them are available on landmoto.com. That's landmodo.com. Same as our username, landmoto.com. Now, Landmoto is a land listing platform that will connect you directly to the seller of the land. That means that the owner of the property is selling the property. So you're not going through, brokers and banking or whatever. And the cool thing about this is that these sellers are offering this land with owner financing. Owner financing is sometimes called seller financing, and that means that there's no credit checks, no banks, no hassles. You get low down payments, affordable monthly payments, and you know what? You can find some really, really cool properties that you don't typically see on those other listing websites. Now, as I go through tonight's video, I'm gonna mention to you buckets. You might hear me say bucket 1 or bucket 4. And if you're new here, welcome, but also all of the buckets, I describe them down in the description below. So go look at the description if you're confused, bucket 1 through 4. And with that, let's get going tonight. Now, I always see this in the comments, and before I go to the first properties, there's 2 comments I always see. Number 1, people say I talk too much. Sorry, I try to tell a complete story. Number 2, people will get to the first section here, which we list the states by alphabetical order, and our first state is Arizona, like 10 times out of 10. And see, people say, well, I don't like Arizona. Okay, keep going. We have other properties available that aren't just Arizona, and you can find about 35 different states, United States, on landmoto.com. So just because I don't feature it here doesn't mean that it's not available. Go over to the website and look at it. These are 34 properties, and there's over like 4,000 properties available. So, this is just a small sampling of it. All right, so sit back, relax, and let's see if we can find you the property that you're looking for tonight. All right. So as you know, our first state tonight is going to be Arizona. And the thing about Arizona is that, well, you know what? I was able to pass over Arizona here the other day, and it's kind of cool. I was flying over Arizona. You got different geographic areas there. I know it's desert. I know it's hot there. But you know what you also find is you find affordable land there. And here's one example. This is in Apache, Arizona. Now, Apache is on the northern part of Arizona, and it's in the eastern side of the state. So northeastern part. Here we have 1 acre of land, $4,800. Okay, it's $4,795. That's the cash price. Notice the flexibility on the down payment, the monthly payment, and the term. Now, why does it say flexible or let's talk? It's because the owner is willing and able to kind of get flexible with you. If this is a property that you like or that you're interested in, well, guess what? You contact them and say, hey, what can we do? And oh, by the way, all of these properties that you're going to see here tonight, you'll see that they're all have this short code right here. This is a short code. This is not the real website. So if you went to like lmoto.ws and you're like, there's nothing there. Yeah, there's nothing there because that's not a real website. This is simply a way of getting you directly to the property that you're seeing right here. So if you want to learn more about this property, go right here, and you will see it. Okay, here we go. Look at this property though. This property is definitely what I would call like a bucket 3 property. Bucket 3 is typically at recreational purposes. Could you live out there today? Bucket 1, well, you could live out there, but you know what? It's going to be more off the grid type of living, and that's not really for everybody. So in this case, what you're looking at is probably a recreational property, but also a bucket 4 property. Bucket 4 investors, these are people who they recognize the value of land long term. They want to hold on to it. I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day. They're like talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It freaks that sounds scary too, right? Tales of the Crypt sounds kind of scary, right? So the thing is that if that's of something that concerns you, and you want to hold on to the best asset there is, well, guess what? It's land, because guess what? It doesn't ever go out of style. It's never going away. And this, 1 acre off the grid property is 17 minutes from Springville, Arizona. So if you want to learn more about this property, head over there to that short code and take a look at it. On to our next property, another 1 acre property, very similar in nature. You'll notice that there's an RV out there on that one. They're kind of showing you what you can do. $49.99. Now, I always talk about comparing and contrasting properties. Compare and contrast. That's how you get an understanding of what the land is really worth. Because land, what's cool about land is it's ultimately worth what two people will agree to it. It's not like a house. It's what you and somebody else will agree to it with. So when you compare and contrast this property to the last one, you'll see that they're very similar, both in nature, but also price. So here, this is this current property, and man, here's the property before. $47.95 for a 1.03 acre property, or for the same property, $49.99. Notice the $199 down and $199 a month. These are good magical numbers, because how often do you waste $100? I mean, you could easily spend $100 on Uber Eats. I'm sure they appreciate it, but you know what? That's fast, and that doesn't last. That's a one and done type of a deal, where this property, it's going to last forever. It's never going to go out. And you'll notice also that in this case, you have a property that they're saying in the headline up there. Notice the headline, mention this ad, and you pay how much down? $1, $1 down. So if you want to learn more about this property, you know what to do. Go to this short code right here and see if it's a good fit for what you want to do. All right. Okay, here we go. This is a 36 acre property in Cochise. And the thing about this property right here that's really, really cool is that it's a 36 acre property, as I just mentioned, but notice the total purchase price, $27,000. That's less than $1,000 an acre. That's pretty magical too. A lot of people ask me, where can I get land for less than $1,000 an acre? Right here. There you go. Right there. There you can do it. Now, honestly, and I'm just being completely honest with you, and I'll bring it up on the small screen. What I like about the property is I like the overall price. What I don't like about the property is I don't like these finance terms. And if the seller, Acres Estates, is listening, come on, man, that down payment's a little ridiculous. In my opinion. That's my opinion, though. And see, the thing is this. Because you're dealing directly with the owner, if you like this property and want to learn more about it, don't let the number stop you from reaching out to them, because there's a lot of flexibility in there. And what I mean by that is they can customize a program or a package that makes sense for you. Maybe $10,000 down doesn't make any sense for you. No problem. No problem. You can do $320. You can go down. They're saying as low as $7,000. I think that's a little aggressive, but you have to talk to them. And whenever I see these like slash, I always get a little nervous about the numbers, because sometimes it just doesn't make sense when you look at it this way. But again, this is a 36 acre property. And if you want to learn more about it, go do it. All right. Okay. Let's see. Bobby says the man works hard bringing what he lists. Y'all can always go somewhere else. Thank you, Bobby. All right. But I don't want you guys going anywhere else. I want you to stand right here. 1 acre property in Mojave. Where's Mojave? Mojave is right outside of Vegas, right outside of Clark County, Nevada. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. That's the way I'm going to say it. I know people say I say it wrong. It's okay. All right, 1 acre property, $9,000 down. No, $9,000 purchase price, $900 down. Holy cow, I was going to say $9,000 down. Flexible on the terms. Now, look at this property. You've got power in the area back there, and you've got, you also have structures back there. So in this case, what you have is you have people that are living in the area. You can do the same thing. So if this is a property that you're looking for, and I mean, like $9,000, you can't buy a car for $9,000. In this case, you could buy a 1 acre property for less than $9,000 or for $9,000. I mean, look, if this is what you're looking for, go to it and learn more about it right there at that short code to see if it's a good fit for you. Here we go. Staying in Mojave. This is a 1.23 acre property in Mojave. It is about 20 minutes to Kingman. So it's about 20 minutes outside of Kingman. And you'll notice it says 1 block off of Highway 10. So in this case, we have a 1.23 acre property, $69.95 with $159 down and $159 a month. I mean, what else can you do with $159 a month? Buy land. That's what you can do with it. So if you want to learn more about that one, go here. There we go. Let's go look at our next property. This one's in Navajo. How much down? $29 down. $29. You could start to own this property for $29 down. Now this is Jim. Jim has been kind of a land seller for a while. He's a very reputable person. Sometimes people ask me, like, do you know these people? I know most of them that are featured on here. I personally have met most of them that are featured on this show. Not all of them, but most of them. And in this case, I have met Jim. Jim's a reputable guy. Look at the down payment he's bringing. He's bringing this $29 down property and $199 a month for 45 months. Notice you have road access in there. Navajo County. These properties are great for I'm going to say for two of the buckets. Bucket three, which is recreational purposes, and bucket 4, long-term investor. Now, why not bucket 1 and 2? Bucket 1 says you're looking for a place to live today, and bucket 2 says you're looking for a place to live in the future. Well, this property is not really that fit because a couple things. One, power in the area is going to be limited. Let's bring it up again. Power in the area is going to be limited out here. And also the second thing is that, as you start to think about water is going to be a restriction there. Now, the thing about water that people kind of get confused about, and this happens in all of the western states, actually, not so much in the east, but in the west, water is a scarce resource out in the west. Why? Because it's like a desert environment. It's not like, it is a desert environment. But see, here's the thing about water. There's two things that you need to know about water. First of all, water, if you have to go by well, can sometimes be very deep. And the deeper the water is, guess what? The farther down they have to drill. And the farther down they have to drill, well, that's more expense. The second thing about water is this. They could limit you as to how much water you can pull out of your well. Now, the whole thing about water in the West is this. If you build a structure, meaning you build a house or live on the property, and you wish to have water, well, they won't deny you water rights per se, but they will limit you to how much water you can pool. Now, like in Nevada, for example, they do limit you to how much water you can pool or how much water you can use if you're living on the property. In Colorado, for example, if you have less than 5 acres, I think it's less than 5 acres. I could be getting my numbers exactly wrong here. But the thing is like you can have water inside your house, but you can't have water bibs outside your house, right? Like you can have water inside, but not outside because they don't want you out there washing your cars, etc. Now, the thing is that you have to do the research, right? Like you have to understand like what the county rules are. And this is why the buckets are so important, is because you want to match up the bucket to what you're trying to do with the land. Because if you're looking for recreational land, perfect. You found a great property right here with $29 down. If you're looking for land that you can hold long-term that's not going to go out of style, bucket 4, you found it with $29 down. If you want to move on this property, might be a little bit more complicated, right? And see, that's the thing, is you got to do the work behind it to research it to see if it's a good fit for you. But the first step is learning more right here using that short code. And look, even if you aren't necessarily interested in this property, my advice to you is there's no rule saying that you can't ask. If you're interested in this area, you can't ask these sellers for information. You can ask them. See what you can learn, not just from me, but from other people. I think that will make your whole land buying experience even better. Now, with that, I probably talked too long. I'm probably going to get some hate mail that says I talk too much, but I'm trying to help educate you, okay? So, sorry. Here we go to the next property. Here we go. Mojave, 2 acres. Oh, man. If you've been around this for a while, you know why I'm going to like this property. I like this property for 2 reasons. Number one, the number one reason I like this is, well, I like it for 3 reasons. Number one, I like the roads. Okay. Number 2, I like the fact that there's power there. How do I know there's power there? I can see the poles. Number 3, the third reason I like this, which is probably the number 1 reason I like this, is because these are 2 side-by-side lots. Look at them, 2 side-by-side right there. That means that the county has already divided these things in half. You don't have to do that. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, maybe you want to buy these 2 properties side by side and hold on to them, because maybe in the future, one of these or both of them will be worth more. Maybe. Think about that for a minute. You buy this property for $16,000, $16,497. You hold on to it for a while. The price rises, and then you go to sell it. And guess what happens when you sell it? You could sell one of them for what you paid for both of them. So then your property, your 1 acre property, becomes free at that point. I've done that many, many times. And it's a great strategy. It's one of my favorite strategies for investing in land. So when I see two properties like this side by side, I take note, I'm interested. And if you're interested, learn more about it right here at that short code, because I think this is a good deal. That said, let's keep on moving on. And Linda says she's buying land in Kingman. Awesome. Glad you're doing that. I think that's a good deal. Hopefully you're getting a good deal. Here we go. 1.14 acre Apache gym. You will feel completely off the grid. You know why you're going to feel completely off the grid? Because you are off the grid. I doubt there's even a cell phone out there. They won't be able to find you. They won't be able to track you down. Big Brother won't be able to listen to you. So I don't know. Take a look at this one. $47.95. Now look, we've seen others in Apache tonight. We saw a couple of 1.03 acre properties is what we started off with around that same price point. This one's in the sweet spot though. $99 down, $99 a month, less than $100 down, and less than $100 a month, okay, for 60 months. So ultimately, you get to pick up a nice property here that is off the grid. And if you want to learn more about it, you know what to do. Go to that short code that's on the bottom down there that ends in 122858. Geez, 122858. Going over to Navajo. Navajo, 1.26 acres, $2,400. And $75 down, $75 a month for 36 months. Off the grid. So bucket one, you want to live there? Off the grid. You're going to be off the grid. I know a guy he purchased one of these properties actually from me back in the day, like around 2015. And this property that, I'm not saying this one, but I'm saying that the property that the guy was buying was north of the interstate there, about 3 miles north of the interstate. And he was all by himself, and that's all he wanted. He just wanted to be out there by himself. He wanted to live off the grid. He put some solar panels out there, and ultimately he's just like living the dream out there all by himself. And then one day, someone showed up, and they were confused. They thought that they were going to their property to camp. They meet him, and they're like, hey, this is my property. He's like, no, this is my property. And then they realized that they were on the wrong spot. So then they had to go down like 2 other blocks. But see, the thing is that they were out there by themselves. This guy told me he hadn't seen anybody in years. If that's what you're looking for, this is a great property. Or if you're a bucket 4 investor, great property. So see if it's a good fit for you. All right, let's move on. Here we go in Mojave. So Linda says she needs something in Mojave. Well, here's something in Mojave. Again, 2 side-by-side lots. I just talked about these side-by-side lots. Both of these properties together are $59.50 with $249 down, $110 a month for 51 months. And, if you want to learn more about that one, Linda, if you want to learn more about this one or anybody else, go to elmoto.ws/113-258. Here we go. 5 acres in Mojave. Whoa, there you go. $10,900, $300 down, $250 a month, 46 months. Again, is this a good fit for you? It just depends on what you're trying to accomplish and what you're trying to do. Bucket 1, 2, 3, or 4. So if you're in those buckets and you're looking for land in Arizona, here you go. This is a 5 acre property. But if you're not looking for Arizona, no worries, because guess what? We're going to change states right now, and we're going over to the state of California. Spent a few days in California. It's a nice place. Not bad. If you like to pay the taxes, and the food is expensive too. But you know what? You can find some good properties there. And the cool thing about, what I think is cool about California is, as much as people talk about how expensive it is, which it is if you want to be, next to the Pacific Ocean, but if you go inland a little bit, guess what you can find? You can find a property like this, 2.35 acres. For $18,000, $24.99 down, $275 a month for 48 months. And I'll tell you what, you've got mountains up there, you got hills, 48 months, and I know this is in Kern County, so if you want to learn more about that one, be sure to head over and check out that short code that's right there, the 125187, and see if that's a good fit for you. But guess what? We don't just have one property in California, because we have two properties in California. This one is in Joshua Tree, so it's in San Bernardino. Both of these are Southern California, outside of LA, San Bernardino County. It's on your way out to, I don't know, like Arizona, Vegas, Nevada, that way. Okay, it's the east side. This is a 1.25 acre property here. 14,999. Call us. Flexible monthly payments, terms. We talked about it, and there you go. And Linda says California, no go. Kern is nice all the way away from all. Yeah, there you go. Solar rain barrels. There you go, James. You got it. All right, let's go see what else we got. Where are we going to next? Going to Colorado. Colorado's nice. I bet you we're going to see a lot of properties in Costilla. Why? Because Costilla is affordable, and that's what this channel is about, affordable land. It's not $1 million properties. It really isn't. But look at this one. Look at this one. We have 2.36 acre property for $9,000 with $99 down. This is in Fort Garland, Colorado, in Costilla. Okay. Tall trees and hills. This is in the foothills, I bet. I don't know. It could be up in the mountains too, but I think it's more of the foothills of the mountains there. And if you look at this property, look at the road, look at the structure, the outline of that picture. So if you learn more about this one and this property that you can get for $99 a month, head over there and see if that's a good fit for you. Moving on, staying in Costilla, 5 acres, $5,000. That's $1,000 an acre, by the way. Here you go. Here's a second county that we found for $1,000 an acre or less. And in this case, what we're looking at, this is a valley property. You're going to have the valley, foothills, mountains. The valley, very affordable. Foothills, the price goes up. Mountains, it's the highest it's going to be. But you know what? The highest that you're going to have in Costilla is nowhere close to what you're going to have anywhere else in the county. I don't know, like or in the state, Park or Colorado, Denver. No way. Look at this one. $5,000, $299 down, $129 a month. Call us on the terms. Man, oh man, does that look like no one's around. And the question is, any restriction in Costilla? Well, yeah, there are restrictions. They do have building requirements, and they don't like off the grid. So you want to do your research on Costilla to see. But if you're looking for something, well, it's in the east. If you want to talk about some no restriction land in Tennessee or Texas, hold on. I'll share more stories with you about that tonight. All right, here we go. Okay, moving on. 5.2 acres in Costilla. Man, look at this. You don't see this one too often. One, you have a valley property, or at least a valley price with trees. You don't typically see trees down in the valley like that. So 5.2 acre property, 6680, 1670 down. Not loving the down payment, but you know, that shouldn't stop you from learning more about it if you want to. In this case, $139 a month, or for 36 months, or if you want to go for 60 months, guess what? You can hit that at $84 a month. And yeah, you know what to do. Learn more about it using that short code at the bottom down there. All right, here we go. 6 acres for less than $6,000 with $129 down, $119 a month for 60 months. I like these numbers. I like these. These are in the valley. It's, again, less than $1,000 an acre. Yeah, less than $1,000 an acre. I do my math real quick. And look at this. You're down by the Rio Grande River. So if you want to learn more about that one, head over there and see if it's a good fit for you. And we're going to move on. Let's go see what else we got. Man, another one in Costilla. 5 acres, $6,000, 50 down, $130 a month for 69 months. You know what I would do? Is if I was interested in this property, I'd say, I'll take it, but I want $1,000 an acre. The seller's probably going to kill me for saying that. But don't tell them I told you. Negotiate. Don't tell them I said that either. They're going to get me in trouble. So again, if this is a good fit for you, you know what to do. Go check it out and see if you like this property. And see if the county has restrictions that you can live with. If not, keep on looking. Here we go. Grab the family. Head to the mountains every weekend. Not just one weekend, every weekend. So here we go. Now you start to see that we're going up off the valley you start to see that the price of the property starts to change. 5 acres for $12,000, $3,000 down, $500 a month for 24 months. Look, I think the price is good. I think the down payment could use some work. I think that the monthly payment could use some work. Maybe you extend the term a little bit, get a little bit more flexibility in there. I think this is a pretty cool property. Look at it. That's a beautiful view there. Road access, mountains, remote, no one to bother you. Imagine the ability to turn off your cell phone. You have your whole family with you and turn off your cell phone. I don't know, like back in the day before we had cell phones. That's an interesting thought, right? No like TikTok or anything else like that. Maybe that's a good fit for you. If it's not, and you're not looking for that, let's see if what you can find is in Florida, my home state of Florida. Let's go see what we have in Florida. All right, here we go. We have a buildable lot, residential lot in Avon Park, Florida. Avon Park is in Highlands County, Florida. If you're familiar with Florida at all, in the lower part is a big old lake called Lake Okeechobee. It's big. It's massive. I think it's like 45 miles wide. Okay, it's massive. And it's pretty incredible. Great bass fishing. I don't know, you can go hang out with the gators if you want to. I wouldn't pet them. I wouldn't try to catch them either, but you could go fishing with them, that's for sure. And in this case, to the east side of that lake is Highlands County. And so you're inland here, you're not on the coast. You have a 1/4 acre buildable lot. Asking price is $93.75, $349 down, $225 a month for 54 months. So if you want to learn more about this one, notice the houses are there. If you think that you're going to go camping here, you're not. This is for buildable. Bucket 1, bucket 2, or bucket 4. Any of those buckets, not bucket 3, not a recreational lot. So again, if you want to learn more about this one, head over there and see if it's a good fit for you. And let's move on now. We're going to move on to Citrus County, Florida. And in Citrus County, Florida, Citrus County is near a town called Crystal River. It's on the Gulf of Mexico side, so it's on the west side of Florida, more north, outside of Ocala, outside of Gainesville, north of Tampa, but right on the Gulf of Mexico. And you're probably, from this lot, you're probably, 20 minutes from the water. So if you like to fish, here you go. This is there. You're about 20 miles from there. You have a $24,995 with $1,250 down and $394 a month. Notice what it says in the headline, though. Mobile home lot. That's a big deal, because just because you own land does not mean that you can always put on that land what you want. So some people, they're looking for affordable housing. They want to buy a mobile home and put it on there. Well, in some communities you can do that. In some neighborhoods you can. Some you can't. In this community, you can. Yes, you can. And that's a half-acre property. That's a nice sized property there. So if you learn more about that buildable lot, head over to elmoto.ws/992. And just as a reminder, if you just go to the elmoto.ws, it's not going to say anything. So I get people all the time that want to hate on me that says, this isn't even a real website. It's because you only went to the short code part. Got to go to the whole number. I'm trying to make your life easier as opposed to putting this long URL there. So don't hate me. It's just the way that the system works, but I'm trying to make it easy for you. So again, if you want to learn more about that property, go check it out. Moving on to Escambia County, Florida. Now, Escambia County is in Pensacola. It's the Pensacola area. Some people refer to that as southern or lower Alabama. I don't know. It's on the Gulf of Mexico side up there. Beautiful beaches up there. Notice that this property right here is a 1/4 acre lot. $18,500 is the asking price. Okay, $18,500. And $925 down, $325 a month for 72 months. So again, if you want to learn about this buildable lot, go check this one out. And Bobby says these are some good prices for Florida land. I agree. Lot next to me just sold 2 months ago for $81,500. Yes, Landmoto has affordable land. You may not always like the states that I'm showing, but if you dig deep enough, you'll find very valuable, good pricing. And Bobby, thank you for sharing that, because that's an important thing. This property right here is in Pasco County. Where's Pasco County? Pasco. It's north of Tampa. It's just north of Tampa. And this community is in, this is actually in like the Newport area, Newport Richey area of Tampa. And you'll notice that there's a buildable lot there. It's in a neighborhood. Okay, it's in a neighborhood. So you're going to have to build a home on there. This is not a mobile home friendly lot. No, it's not a camping lot. You're not going to be able to pull up the RV on there. No way. No way. This is a property. If you're a bucket 2 person, I should say bucket 1 person, bucket 1, you're looking for a place that you can start to build a house. Boom, you got it. Build the dream house that you've always wanted right here. Bucket 2, you want to live there in the future? Boom, you got it right here. Look at this picture again. The houses have swimming pools back there. You know, you've got driveways. You can have the newest house on the block simply because you bought the land and you can build on it. It's one of the last empty lots on that particular property. Bucket 3, you're looking for recreational purposes. No deal. No recreational purposes here. But bucket 4, you're a long-term investor. You're looking for a property that will go up in value. This is a good property. So learn more about it using the short code that's right here. See if it's a good fit for your investment purposes. And if it's not, guess what? I have another one coming right now. Here we go. This is the next property. And this one's not even in Florida. This one's in Georgia. They threw a wrench at me here. All right, lakefront property. What? It's a lakefront property. Let's go look at it. Lakefront property. Are you kidding me? That's what the headline says. A great price. It's what, 2/3 of an acre, 0.65 acres, and $99,999. Cost flexibility. Yeah, you might want to learn more about that one. And I don't know. If I wanted to live on a lake in Georgia, I could go do this one. And people ask me all the time, you got land in Georgia? We sure do. It's right here. Go learn more about this one or go look at all the other properties that we have in Georgia simply by going to landmoto.com and finding the state and going to see what's there. Moving on. Here we go. Avon Park is rural. Million Mile Club says Avon Park is rural and not far from Disney and Orlando. True. Laid back living. I live in Hardy. Hey, I live in the Tampa area too. I mean, Hardy's not really in that Tampa area, but you know what? It's not that far either. So I'm glad you're here. Million Mile Club. I'd like to hear about the Million Miles. That's pretty cool. All right, going to the state that I get a lot of slack on for pronouncing. I say Nevada, and I don't know how anybody else wants me to say it, but here we go. I'm going to say it the way I want to say it. 10 acres. Look at the price, though. Holy cow, look at the price. $7,000 for a 10-acre property. That seems insane. That's like not even $800 an acre. That's not even $700 an acre. See how fast I am with the math? That's like $699 an acre with $399 down, $139 a month for 72 months. Oh yeah. Bucket 1, off the grid. Bucket 2, bucket 3 and 4. Yeah, bucket 3 and 4, absolutely. 10 acres, they're not making it anymore. Here's the thing about Elko, and it's Elko, and we haven't seen any from Pershing and Humboldt in a while. I like those two counties too. I like Elko. What's really, really cool, and I haven't talked about this in a while, what's really, really cool is these counties I just mentioned, these 3 are in the northern part of the state, northern. So whenever we think of Nevada, man, someone's got in my head, I know I'm saying it wrong. Whenever we think about this state, we think of Vegas. But there's more to the state than Vegas and gambling. In fact, the governor of the state has put this initiative in place. He's like, look, we've got to get rid of the gambling. COVID, seriously, with COVID and the gambling shutdown, it killed the state yet again because, you know, the state's driven by gambling. So the governor put out this vision that says, listen, we need to rely more on technology than we do like gambling. So there are companies that are moving from Northern California. They want out of that state of California. They're moving over. And companies are investing a lot in the Reno area. And the Reno area is that northern corridor. And in that northern corridor are those 3 counties that I mentioned. Elko, Pershing, and Humboldt. You take the interstate from Reno all the way to Salt Lake City, Utah, and guess what you have? You got a nice corridor there of growth. And people always say, if you want to make a lot of money in land, find the path of growth. And if you just look, you can see the path of growth coming across that corridor. Now, when's it going to be or how long is it going to be? I don't know, but it's going to grow. And when it grows, guess what you're going to have? You're going to have property values that increase because that's where people want to be. We've already seen that in Pershing County, and I'm really shocked that I am seeing a property here, 10 acres, for less than $7,000. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's go look at this one. This one, 40 acres, $30,000. Now look at this one. This one is really, really cool. I haven't seen one like this in a while. Notice the red square. It's got 4 boxes on there. Why? See, each one of those is 10 acres. Each one of those little red boxes is 10 acres. And if we look at this picture again, notice up here, I don't know if you can see my mouse or not, but you'll notice that, here's my mouse. You'll notice that right here, this is a big square with a grid, and then a big square here with a grid, and a big one over here, and a big one over here. Well, this square with no grid, these squares, this is called BLM land, Bureau of Land Management land. As Cousin Eddie in Vegas Vacation says, government land, they'll never build out there. And that's the thing, is all of this land is owned by the taxpayers of the United States of America. And the cool thing about this land here is this is open for recreational purposes by anybody. That means that if you own this property right here, not only are you getting four 10-acre properties, 4 10-acre properties. And remember what I told you? Whenever they're subdivided like that already, I really, really get excited because I could maybe sell off a couple of them. But notice here what you have. You have 640 acres to the north of you that basically becomes your backyard paradise. And then you have 640 acres to the west of you. Again, your backyard paradise. So if you wanted to do something here, you've got 640 here of open recreational land that you can go and explore. Same thing here. Notice the mountain range. You can go have a lot of fun in there. And ultimately what you have here is you got about 1,280 acres of just pure enjoyment land. Now, someone actually put in the comments the other day, in the YouTube comments, they said they're looking for bucket 3 recreational purposes with like caves or mines. And I have to go back and see what that is. But you know what? I can't promise you that there's caves and mines out here, but I'll tell you what. You want to go explore this land, it's basically your land. It's like the song, "This land is your land." Okay? This land here is yours. You can station here, set up your base camp here, and go explore this entire mountain range. I don't know. Maybe that's a good fit for you. So if you were looking for that cave or mine and you're watching this show, check this one out. How do you learn more about it? Go to the short code that's right there. See if it's a good fit for you. All right, here we go. This one is in Elko as well. It's a 1-acre property for $5,950. Notice, we just looked at a 10-acre property in the same county for what, like $6,999. And now we see this one. This is more of a buildable lot. You notice it from this picture right here. Notice that you have some buildable lots in there. And, you got some buildable homes up here. So, yeah, you'll have to see if that's a good fit for you. And if it is, go check it out. All right. So the thing about some of these terms numbers is, yeah, you got to look at them because what we do is we do a grab shot. So if they change the price and they don't change the terms in there, this is where you really want to reach out to the owners and talk to them and see what the numbers really are. So sometimes it adds up. Sometimes they didn't take the time. They changed the price on something. They didn't add it up. I can't always explain it, but I can tell you one thing. We're moving on to this state of New Mexico. Let's go check this out. This is in Luna. Typically what we see in Luna is we see these half-acre properties. So in this case, we're seeing 1.5-acre property. That's a good sized land. Power in the area. They have it listed as a private retreat. Yeah, you can go live on that thing. Bucket 1, boom, there you go. Bucket 2, there you go. Bucket 3, I don't know if you can go camp on that and have fun with it. Maybe you can. You got to check with the county zoning rules in Luna there. But what you'll have there is you'll have to go out there and see if it's a good fit for you. $125 a month for 24 months. All right, here we go. Half-acre property, half-acre for 4208. Man, that hill there looks really, really cool. Looks remote. Looks peaceful. If you want to learn more about this one, go check it out, because 199 down, you can start to own the property for 199 down. That's the real deal. All right, we're coming up to state of Tennessee I want to talk about tonight. I got a little surprise for you guys. So let's go over and check out Tennessee tonight. And in Tennessee, we've got a few properties I want to talk to you about tonight. This one is in Blunt, Tennessee. This is a half-acre property, $39,700. Notice the flexibility on there, okay? So you'll see the flexibility. If you wanted to learn more about it, look at this. You could come over here and learn more about it by going to this short code that's down here, this number. But notice this website that they're showing you right here too. What 3 words? If you're not familiar with What 3 Words, let me tell you about this pretty cool website. And listen, they don't even know I'm talking about this What 3 Words. I just saw this. I want to talk to you because I think it's pretty cool. What 3 Words does is that they have broken down the entire world into 3 words. So instead of having to worry about GPS coordinates, all this other stuff, they put them into these small little blocks. And if you go to what3words.com, or maybe you got to Google it, like What 3 Words, I don't know the exact website. It might be what3words.com, like right down here. It's what3words.com. And when you get there, it's going to say find your property. You can say camping.tickets.volleys. And when you do that, guess what? It takes you on the map to this particular property specifically. You don't have to worry about GPS coordinates or anything else like that. You can find the property just with those 3 words. And every piece of land, every inch of the world has 3 words associated with it. So while you're there, like going down a rabbit hole playing with all these words, go check out what the 3 words are for where you live. I don't know. Might be pretty cool, fun little exercise to do. But if you want to learn more about this property, go over to What 3 Words, or go over, get more about this property right here and learn more about it. Here we go. Union, Tennessee, 1.31 acres, $11,900 with $2,000 down, $237 a month for 96 months. Notice the road access in there, and you got a lake over there. Whenever I see these lakefront properties, I always get a little nervous. And the reason I get a little nervous is because I want you to make sure that you do your research. I want you to make sure that you ask questions about property owner associations or HOA fees, because some of these properties, especially where they have lake access, they have that. So if you're looking to build now and you're looking for something in a lake community, well, yeah, here you go. But if you're looking to wait for a while or not build immediately, do you really want to have to pay monthly fees? I don't know. That's like something you have to decide. Or yearly fees, you have to decide that. But if that's a good fit for you and what you're looking for, go check it out. Now, another area of Tennessee I want to talk to you about is this area that's outside of Nashville. Okay, a lot of times people tell me that they're looking for unrestricted land. Unrestricted, no rules, no restrictions, land that they can do what they want, no building permits required, no building rules, regulations. If that's something you're looking for, listen up, because let me show you what we have right here. I'm going to go over to this. Let me change my screens here. And did I do it? I kind of did it. Okay, this will work. It's not really what I wanted, but I'm trying to bring this up. Sorry. It did not go as smooth as I wanted. Okay, here we go. Check this out. Here we go. This is a map, obviously. This is a map of the state of Tennessee. You'll notice this little county this little town right here called Nashville. Maybe you heard about this little town. They have country music and all this other stuff going on over there. So you got the town of Nashville. And outside of Nashville, the hottest area where the path of growth is going is into this Franklin area. So the path of growth is moving this way. Notice the way that it's moving this way. And we actually have 31 tracts of land over here in this county that's highlighted right here. This county is called Lewis, Tennessee. It's named after Lewis and Clark, the guy from Lewis and Clark. Meriwether Lewis is his name. He died in this county. Just a historical fact there. He died in this county, and they named the county after him, okay? So it's Lewis, Tennessee. And what you'll notice here in Lewis, Tennessee is that you're about an hour and a half from Nashville. So down here, you're about an hour and a half from Nashville. And right over here is the town hub, and the town hub is Hohenwald. Okay, so yeah, Hohenwald. And you'll notice here's the Meriwether Monument over here, I guess this is where he died. Okay, right over here, you'll see it's right over there. And if we just pick this guy up, this little Google guy, and we drop him here in the town square, you'll notice that, yeah, you just got a town here. Okay, and like this is just on the outskirts. The main town is back this way a little bit. We'll just pull in the town here. You'll notice you just have basically, good old hometown America right in here, just like we all like to see. Okay. And right out here, you'll notice to the south of the town is the Lewis State Forest. And if we just grab some of Google's just pictures here and look at the Lewis State Forest, man, you've got water passing through here, and you've got just nice recreational land. This is typical of this particular area. The terrain's a little, it's not flat terrain. It's not mountainous either. It's just a rolling terrain throughout this area. Okay, and so as you start to look at this, you'll notice that here in this county, you'll notice that just a couple of counties over, this is one county over, this is Perry, Tennessee. You'll notice that the Tennessee River's coming up here. So basically the Tennessee River's here, and then the land goes up in elevation back this way. Right outside of this Lewis State Forest that's right here, the road that you take to get there is this Waynesboro Highway. You'll notice this Waynesboro Highway is coming in here. And right in here in this Waynesboro Highway, as we zoom down in here, you'll see that there's a little road here called Topsy Road. And there's another road over here that's called Seibler Ridge Road. It comes over here. And right here on this little hump, let me go to the satellite picture here. Right here on this little hump, just like this, you'll notice that there's a road that just comes up just like this, right off the road. Let me show you that picture here. Let me bring this picture up. I have a picture of that little, here you go. This is where it comes right off the road. This is the road that comes off of there. Notice the power's right here. Okay, so we got the power right here. We're coming off this road right here. This is that road that you see. Again, the offshoot road. And I'll switch over so you can see this again. It's this one. So this little road that I'm showing you right here, that's that picture I just showed you. And as you come back through this way, we actually have 31 properties that are built off of this area right here. So you'll notice that there's a road right here. See this road? Well, this road has been expanded, okay? So this road that's coming through here, this main road, this is on its way to becoming a county road. This is going to be a 75-foot road. But in here, these other little roads, these offshoots, there's one right there. There's one right here that's been extended all the way down here. And there's one that's here that's been extended as well. These roads have been clayed over, and they've been widened to 50 feet, and they go down for a mile. Okay, they've been extended all the way down. And at the end of each road is a circular roundabout. So you can go down the end, turn around, and come back. It's been reclayed and everything. This is a picture right here. Let me see if I can make this one big. This is a picture of the work in progress. Okay, and we actually have a photographer that's heading up there soon to get detailed pictures of all of these. And then we'll get detailed pictures of all the lots and everything. But we have 31 lots here. And the thing about these 31 lots is that they're between 5 and 10 acres. Okay, they're between 5 and 10 acres in size. And so if you're looking for land that's unrestricted, let me show you what we have here. Here's a plat map of the 31 lots. Okay, so you'll see that this is that main road that I was talking about that's been 75 feet and is being widened to 75 feet to be a county maintained road. And then you'll notice that here's the offshoot of these roads. This is the south road. There's a turnaround right over here. And here's that middle road. Again, there's a turnaround up here. And here's this road right here with a turnaround. And all of these properties have road access to them. All 31 tracks, you can get to them. They have road access to them, okay? And this is an area where the power will be coming out there. It's not there today. It's going to be coming out there. And you actually have, you have that development taking place. But the cool thing about this property is that there's no rules, no restrictions, and you don't typically find in this area 5 to 10 acre properties until now. And there's 31 of them. Okay, so if you look at this again, you'll notice like this one right here. Let me see if I can zoom. I don't think I can, oh, no, I can't do that. Nope, can't do that one. Here, this property right here where my mouse is, this is a 10-acre property right here, okay? 10 acres. You know, a lot of these are 5-acre properties. You'll notice that 4 of these are already sold. I think this is almost a 7-acre property up here, 6.5-acre property. This one is sold. The one next to it sold. This one is sold, and this one is sold. The rest of these are available at this point. So, if this is the type of land that you're looking for, and you're looking for land in Tennessee, okay, in Tennessee, outside of Nashville, to the west of Nashville, and again, I'll show you the map again where we're talking about. Let me zoom out again. I'll zoom out. So that land is right here, right where my mouse is, and I'll keep my mouse in that same spot. And you'll notice as I zoom out, let's look at Nashville. We'll just assume that this red dot's pretty close to the land because it is. Here's Nashville, west of Tennessee, 5 to 10 acres. If this is the land that you're looking for, here's the deal. If you're looking for this, I'm going to put an email address in the chat right here for you, okay? And this will go to Jamie, who's on my team, and Jamie will be able to have a conversation with you and send you more information about these properties. These properties are not available to the public yet. They really aren't. We're sharing this with you, our YouTube audience, first. So if this is a property that you think that you might be interested in, then send a note to Jamie. She'll call you back. You can provide your phone number. She'll call you back. You can have a conversation, see if it's a good property for you. If it's not a good property for you, no worries. Guess what? We have other properties coming. We're looking at Kentucky, okay? We're looking at Arkansas that we can bring some of these things to you. And we're looking for areas where you can do just that. No rules, no restrictions. So if that's what you're looking for, that's what we're delivering on this channel. And I hope that you have found a land connection tonight. Maybe you like this Tennessee stuff. And if so, jump on it, because beginning next week, we take these to the public. We take it to the general public, and we take it to our massive email list. And we also take it to all of the land selling platforms that are out there, including our own, which is landmoto.com, because these are not even listed on Landmoto yet. You'll notice that 4 of them have already been sold, okay? With that, listen, I hope you found a land connection tonight. If not, I'll see you in our next video. And with that, good night.